Hey coaches, so today's video is about how I didn't always use this method. I just recently transitioned over to it a few months ago. So if you watched my other video I have on Asana, that was kind of me testing this out and getting used to things. So this is the newest way that I do things. So that's why I wanted to recreate a new video to show you the updated way I have things organized and the processes that I use. Prior to going to Asana, I used a notebook method and it worked. It was a little cumbersome and follow-ups and stuff, deadlines, things like that would fall through the cracks with that method for me. Not to say that that won't work for you, but I totally love Asana. It's keeping everything way more organized for me and it's really been a time saver. So what you want to do is log into asana.com. And I have mine linked through my Google account. So when you log in, the first thing that I go to is my tasks. Now you can filter your task a number of ways by clicking this down arrow here. There's a couple different views to filter. I always filter by due date because I'm sitting down to work my business. It's my power hour. I want to know what do I need to get done today or what do I have coming up. So here everything will show up in due date order and it will list my follow-ups I have. It will also list any weekly to-dos, daily to-dos, stuff like that that I need to get done. Over here on the left-hand side, at the top here, these are all favorites. Now, I have designated these as favorites because I like to have quick access to them. I use them often. Down here under projects is your list of projects. Now, these projects is what I have favorited up above. So my first project that I've created is one called Active Prospects and Customers. Now to create a project, all you do is go down to this project and there's this little plus sign and you can see create a project. So you can name it whatever you want. Active Prospects and Customers. So what this project is it's a list of everyone I am currently or have talked to about a challenge group or coaching, or it's anybody who is a assigned customer or lead from Beachbody. So they've gone on this list. Now to add somebody as an active prospect, all you do is click Add Task, and you just type in their name. So I'm just going to use my name. Okay. And below that, there's a description box. Now, what I put in this box is how I know the person, how I've talked to them, how we're communicating. So I abbreviate things. So Facebook, PP, personal page, and high school. Okay. And then what I do down here in the comment section is as I get to know them or reconnect with them, I make notes about who they are, what's going on in their life. So we'll say, mom of 3, expecting a baby, works as a state employee, husband works also as a state employee, full-time. And so I'll just hit comment, and what that will do is that will actually, you won't see it right now, but it will give you a time and day stamp of when you put that comment on that customer, on that person. Now, say I want to follow up with Laura. So maybe somewhere in conversation we have started talking about a challenge group, or maybe I want to invite her to a challenge group. So what I do is I click this unassigned and I assign it to myself, and then I select a due date. So say I want to invite or follow up with her on Wednesday the 7th. So all I do is click that, and this sets a reminder for me to follow up with Laura, and it will show up in my tasks that I showed you at the beginning of this video. Another thing I do with my customers or prospects is I assign tags. Now tags can be used to filter people based on what tag I've assigned to them. And this makes it really easy to find people and to stay organized. So I use tags such as challenge prospect. Now the cool thing about this tag, say I'm getting ready to sit down and I'm going to start inviting people to my next challenge group. I can pull up by this tag, and I'll show you here in a minute, anybody I've assigned this challenge prospect tag to. And then I can easily go to my Facebook or wherever I, have been talking to them and message them and invite them to my next challenge group. I don't have to look through my whole list of people. This is going to show a list solely of people I've assigned challenge prospect as a tag to. I can also assign program specifics. So if I've ever talked to them about a program, or they've told me they've done a certain program, or they've tried Shakeology, things like that, I can add tags. So say we had conversation about the 21-day fix. I can add that as a tag to Laura. Another tag that I use is I run free clean eating groups or just free groups. So I have a tag called former free challenger. And for some reason it's not coming up, but it is there, so just trust me. Or maybe Laura has expressed to me that she hates her job and seems to be interested in fitness or maybe working from home. So I could add the tag Coach Prospect as well. So you can keep adding as many tags as you want, make up whatever you want, but it's a really nice way to find people and stay organized. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And to delete a person or a task that you have created, you just click these three little dots and you click delete task. Now, what if you were like, oh no, crap, I deleted something I didn't mean to? There is an undo option right here, which you'd want to click right away. So that would put it back like it had never happened. Okay, so I was going to show you real quick how to search for those tags. So say I want to search for challenge prospect, okay? I didn't even have to type in the whole thing. And I want the tag, so you want to look for the icon with the tag. This is going to pull up anybody I have ever assigned that tag to. And so these are all people that I can basically start inviting to my next challenge group. Pretty cool. Okay, my next project that I've created is called Prospects and Contacts. You notice one says active and this one just says Prospects and Contacts. Now this list is a list of Facebook friends or new people I've added to my network. They go on here. I have not yet really started contacting them, connecting with them, establishing a relationship, but I intend to. So here, we'll go to Brittany. This is a new tag I started using like a week or two ago that I really like. So I added Brittany here. I've added her from Facebook. Say I had added her from a group that I was in, like a busy moms group or something, then I would say added from whatever group on Facebook. So I know how I added her. Or say that they friend requested me, then I would even put that there, that they had friend requested and added me. Now, people that I add to my network who I feel I could easily connect with, who maybe are moms or who I've kind of checked out their profile real quick as I, have added them and see they're into fitness or nutrition, or they seem like they're posting really cool stuff or motivating things, then I give them a tag called form. So these are like people at the top of my list that I want to start reaching out to with those 3 new messages per day that I'm sending out. So that's a tag I've been using. Okay, my next project I have is weekly tracking. Now the way I use weekly tracking is it's basically like the BAT, the business activity tracker. I don't like that form. It doesn't work for me. This way has been working for me. I've only been using it, as you can see, since the beginning of September, but it's working. So what I do is I create the Monday of that week. So this is the week of October 5th tracking. And I add 3 subcategories to it. And to create a subcategory, you click on this icon up here and it says subtasks. You click that and it will give you an option to type down in here whatever you want as your subtask. So I have 3 subtasks. They're the same 3 every single week. It's business ops, challenge invites, and added to network. And how I use these is, so say I presented the business to Julia today. I would go into my business ops and I would click this notes little bubble and I put today's date. So I just do 10/5 and I put Julia. Okay. And if there's anybody else, I'd add their name. And then tomorrow, say I present the business to somebody, I would put the date and then that person's name. So let's say Sarah. Okay. That's how I do that. Now I do the same thing for challenge invites. So date and people's names. And add it to network. So I want to make sure that I'm always consistently growing my network, and I want to see what I'm, that I'm doing it or not doing it. So what I do with added to network is I click here. Okay, so I go to the previous week since I've been tracking, like I said, for over a month now this way. And I'll go to my added to network from last month, and I will just copy and then paste the numbers over here. So what I track for me is my personal page, my Facebook personal page, my Facebook like page, and then my Instagram. And I will add the exact number of friends I have, how many followers I have on my like page, and how many followers I have on Instagram. And I will put a plus or minus however I have added since the previous week. So obviously I need to do that for today, and I haven't yet. Okay, my next project list I have is my daily to-dos. And my daily to-dos are based on the power of 3s, which is sending out 3 friend requests, 3 messages, 3 invites per day, and then doing a minimum of 3 business opportunities per week. My business opportunities I actually have set to reoccur every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as reminders on my tasks. And you set a reminder like I showed you before up here, but you can set a reoccurring one right down here. So this one I have repeats weekly on certain 3 days of the week. You can specify how you want yours to reoccur. These 3 friend requests, new messages, and invites, these are daily occurrences, and I have those set up there. My next project list I have are my weekly to-dos. Now these reoccur. I have them set for every month to be, I don't know why this popped up. There we go. Somehow I lost my screen share. So as I was saying, the blog post is something that I'll be having reoccur in the near future once I get my website up. But for right now, I have customer emails and entering my new customers in MailChimp and Asana. That reoccurs every Monday. And then also my Team Fast Forward, my team newsletter email. I was using started using Evernote, and I love it. But I was using these projects for my scripts that I access frequently. So anything that you feel like you're saying over and over and over again, you can post in here and just use them as quick reference, copy and paste into a Facebook message to somebody. All of these have gone over into Evernote though, so I'm not really going to be using this anymore. Then I have a project list called Coaches, which is a list of all my coaches. And I have designated like what lake they're on, and I was even going to get around to marking whether they're active, inactive, all that good stuff. And then I have a project list called Quick Links. So like I have my free Beachbody membership short link here. So I can just copy this into a message or email or whatever, and it makes it really easy. So that's how I have my projects set up. And this is something that I use daily. I also wanted to mention I open this along with my Facebook and email. So as I am talking to people, going through my messages, I'm going to my Facebook inbox, reading a message, replying, and then I immediately go to my Asana and I'm either updating an existing person I'm talking to with a note, or I'm adding a new person to this list, informing them. So I hope this video helps you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and thanks for watching.